welcome back to my channel, and today I have another review for you. No, we are not reviewing the first Tarte Clay Play Face Shaping Palette. This is the second one, despite what the packaging would have you believe. Like seriously, I ordered this online and it came in this box and I was like, ooh, it's purple and green. They sprung for new packaging. And then I opened it and it is absolutely not new packaging. Like seriously, if you take this palette and put it next to the first one, all the distressing is in the exact same spot. So it is the exact same thing. And I was like, that's a little annoying because there's no way to tell. You have to look at the back and it says volume 2, but other than that, you got no idea. Plus, I really liked the purple and the green. I thought it was super pretty, but you know, you get what you get. And what you get are 9 beautiful, very neutral eyeshadow shades, a contour bronzer color, a blush, and a highlighter. The main difference in this palette to the first one is the fact that they are including more face products. The first one was just eyeshadow and like contouring and bronzing stuff. And you do also get some really nice shimmers in this version as well. Now I looked and I can't, I'm like trying to like see how like much, you know, breaking up the whatever, but it's like net weight 1 gram / 0.035 ounces times 6, net weight 2 grams, 6 grams. Okay, I don't know. I'm not a math person. You're getting a lot of product, same amount as the first one. The palette is going to run you $48, which you guys know how I feel about the first one. If you have not seen that review, I will leave that link down below for you guys. I was so excited when I found out that they were releasing a second one, and it is probably the most excited I've been about Tarte for a long time, and I really like the colors in this, and I was just like, yes, yes. So we're gonna talk about this bad boy. It is what I am wearing on my eyes, my blush, and my highlighter. But let's just get into some swatches going on. Every time I do a review, I totally forget that I'm filming it, and I wear long stinking sleeves, which, oh, this is really tight long sleeves too, because I don't think. We are going to try something a little different so that you guys can see the swatches better. Let me know how you feel about this angle and whatever going on. Oh boy. So first things first, we have the shade Journey. Like the first palette, the mattes feel absolutely beautiful. You can't see that one too well there. And then we have Stone. One thing that I do notice with Tarte's shimmers is that they can tend to be a little bit crumbly. And then this is Solstice right here. Just a very beautiful setting shade. Then we have Dunes, which is a really nice kind of like cool brown. I do have that all along the outer V in my look today. And then we have Smoke, which I don't know why it's called that because it's just this beautiful gold sheen going on here. This is what I have on my inner part of my lid. And then we have Sand, which is what I used for my setting shade. That is what it looks like there. Next up, we have Ember, which is what I started in deepening up the crease after going in with Journey here to just kind of start it. This was my next shade. Then we have Onyx right here, which is beautiful. Now these shimmers are absolutely stunning. They have an amazing formula, but like I said, they are a little bit crumbly. This is Instinct right here, which is just showing up really pretty right there. Next up, we'll do the face shades. The first is the contour / bronzer shade in Terracotta. There we have it right there. I do feel like pale girls should beware a little bit because this shade is a bit intimidating. It does blend out really nice, but definitely go in with a very light hand. And then we have I absolutely love this blush color. It is absolutely beautiful. I have no idea if it is like the same formula as their Amazonian clay blushes, but it is absolutely stunning. And then last but not least, we have Timber, which is the highlighter shade. Now, if you are someone who does not like glitter in your highlighter, you are not going to be a huge fan of this. It is absolutely stunning, but if you are familiar with the highlighter formula / consistency in the Graveyard Girl palette, this is almost exactly the same. When you go in it with your brush, it does tend to get a little chunky. You are going to get glitter flying everywhere out into the palette. So definitely just keep that in mind, but it is very beautiful. Okay, definitely know how you feel about seeing swatches that way. I know you guys can't see me. We're going to work on it so you can actually see me touching the shadow and then touching my arm, whatever, doing the swatches. It's a work in progress, but let's just straight up talk about the palette. All right, so the mattes, absolutely wonderful, absolutely amazing. If Tarte were to keep the formula of this and the formula of these two palettes and their Tartelette Toasted, I'd be a complete Tarte fanatic. They would be having my money every time they released something. The mattes are amazing. The shimmers, as you heard me talk about, they are beautiful. The pigmentation is gorgeous. But as you can see in that one, the name, the like embossing going on there is already crumbled up and done whatever. They are a little bit, like I said, crumbly, very pigmented, but I do recommend wetting your brush or using some kind of glitter glue or a very tacky primer when setting these down to get the most impact and to make them the easiest to work with. I absolutely love the blush. The terracotta shade, it can work for me. It is a little bit scary. I do have to go in very, very gently or else it's gonna be a giant, scary, muddy mess. And while the highlighter is very beautiful, it is very chunky. I don't know if you can tell, but like I was saying, if you have or are familiar with the Graveyard Girl, the kind of chunky glitter, whatever was going on with that highlighter, is the same thing going on with this highlighter. So if you're not into that, take that into consideration. On a whole, I actually love how simple the palette is. I know sometimes when we hear stuff from Morphe or other things, we're like, oh, it's very monochromatic. We can't get a lot of looks with it. But I feel like that is actually what the beauty of this palette is. It is a perfect travel palette, just like the first one. You're not looking at it or using it to be like, okay, I'm going to create this crazy cut crease, pink, fuchsia, orange, blue, whatever. No, this is a perfect, simple, one and done. Take it traveling with you. You don't have to think about it. There is no stress when you look at these palettes. And I really think that is the simple beauty of it, is the fact that you've got this palette where it's something that you can just take and not have to think about, not have to stress. This is your like zen, calm, I'm going to get a very nice look, but I don't have to stress or worry about it palette. I absolutely love that. And usually I'm not one for super simple palettes. I'm like, give me 50 billion shades of the rainbow and let's go. But as I have gotten older, I do have a lot more respect and, I don't know, just appreciation for these kind of palettes, and the quality is beautiful. All in all, this one just as good as the first. Just take into consideration your preference with the two. The other one leans more toward mostly matte. This one does have some shimmer. You got the highlighter, whatever. But all in all, the quality is absolutely beautiful. I love the fact that just like the other one, you can use these for eyeshadow shades. I think this and this would be absolutely beautiful, deepening up the crease shades. Haven't ventured into that, need to. all in all, this palette is a win for me and gonna be my absolute favorite traveling palette. Just take this one on the first one, throw it in the thing, super sturdy, good to go. I just wish we had sprung for new packaging because I think that would be great to differentiate the two palettes, but that really is nitpicking. Well, there we have that. Let me know what you guys think about this palette. If you want it, if you don't want it, you have it, you hate it, you love it. You guys know the drill. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. And as always, keep it real. Mwah!